Today, in this episode, remember I promised talking about trauma? That I told you that in root resorption, in the last episodes, I don't remember which one, but if you saw root resorption, if you didn't, go back and look at it. Because one of the biggest problems that causes root resorption, when your roots are eating itself, what happens is the trauma comes to you. Let's say your kid fall or you have a car accident and your teeth came out, and that are one of the variables and one of the most percentage of root resorption you're going to have. Why? Because the cells think they have to defend themselves, and if you have a mechanical or surgical trauma, could be that you have orthodontic surgery, they have to move your jaw, or you can have braces, and the braces are so strong move and so fast. That's why you have to be with an orthodontist, because if it's too fast, you can have either replacement resorption too. And we talk about resorption, but today is about trauma. And the concern is, what do you do when it's a trauma? Well, first of all, you have to remember that you have to see your dentist right away after a trauma. Like this kid, if you can see good on the camera, this kid, she had a trauma, and this tooth start getting a little bit agitated, and the root wasn't finished to be formed. Remember, I showed you this is the crown, this is the root, but now it's a little bit flat. Now, I hope you can see it very bright with the camera. And I have to do a root canal on her to produce that the root grows like this. So 4 years later, this case I presented because if your kid falls and all of a sudden the dentist said, well, she's getting root resorption and the teeth went out a little bit, the best is go back with the tooth, put it in the same position. If the tooth is out of the mouth, the most important part is put it in milk or even water, regular water. If you have purified water, is the best. However, if not, milk is good, or don't touch it in whatever liquid, take it to your dentist. If you last more than 30 minutes, most likely you're gonna have resorption. So to avoid that, remember, the tooth comes out, just push it back. Don't worry, try to see that it looks good in your kid or even in yourself. Now, what do we do after that? Well, we have to wait 14 days to do the pulp testing. And I did, but this tooth for her, she was already having some symptoms. But in regards that, what happened with her, it was a crime. When I saw her 4 years ago, but that time she was 12 years, she came to me because she wanted to make her tooth whiter. And we tried, and still the material that I used to place here, that I showed in root resorption, it's MTA, which is a mineral trioxide. So I place it here, and when she go to a general dentist, I beg the mom to please leave it with me or let her be treated by a prosthodontist. So the dentist never called me. He opened the tooth and perforated this tooth. Then the mom comes and said, you won't believe what happened to my daughter. The dentist said that she's getting resorption again. So the dentist wanted to get away with that, and I said, no, my dear, your daughter didn't get this just like that. I have to do a surgery, and when I opened a surgery, I saw a big space here. I hope the camera can see it really good, but the space was so big that I have to repair it with MTA that I told you in root resorption. And guess what? When I open the flap, like a sandwich, you lift the gum, it's not painful. I can say that hopefully you never get to this point. And I found this inside. So the poor dentist left the evidence, and I was a little mad, but as colleagues, we all have mistakes. So I talked to him, I cleaned it up, and I told him next time, if you see anyone with root resorption that I place it, I can rather go to his office and help him, or he can come to my office and I let him do it and let him charge it. because now this girl has 2 perforations. We repaired it. They were family friends. So the next thing that happened, we do the surgery and we repair it. However, this was a month later. She was better, but still concerned about the color. Then she got playing again volleyball. She's getting ready for her college, and comes back to see Dr. Vijak, which is the prosthodontist, that he has amazing hands to exactly choose the colors of the natural tooth, because she broke the tooth to the point that we couldn't save it anymore. Fortunately, the lowers, she didn't let anyone to touch it. And in the lowers, we only have to do root canal in 2, and these 2 I place MTA, and I save her from a complete root canal. So we monitor her now. She's in college. I love her to death, and we became very good friends, and she used to make things for me and give it to me. So this type of trauma, you have to take it very serious. Once you have trauma, like I'm gonna show you another case with my mom, you always have to go to your dentist and tell your dentist to check the vitality and the position of the teeth. If not if your teeth move, then they cannot do an endodontic test with cold, hot, percussion, palpation, all the steps that I have in the episode that I told you. Then just don't do anything. Wait 14 days. The cells are very confused at that point. And how do we treat these cases? It's fascinating, because I present this in one I use all the time for my lectures, even though Dr. Hapasalo did these videos to illustrate for students. But this is the way we go through the back. This is a destroyed tooth already, but in her case, I went through the back and I have to remove the nerve. In this case, it's a kind of a retreatment where you have to remove whatever is inside the tooth, but this is how much we use in the magnification. So I am able to see all the way the canal. I always tell my patients, you can say that, oh, this woman messed with my nerves, or she's able to see all the way my canal. So now I know better my patient. In any case, we remove whatever material is there, because this patient had the treatment before. And in the case of my other patient, I remove the nerve, clean it up, wash, irrigate, as I told you, in a root canal treatment. The irrigation is so important that you have to really, really concentrate on that. And after this, what we do, we clean, we dry. Once it's dry and once everything is removed, then we have to again use more disinfectants, cleaning agents. We have a killing agent and the gentle wave machine. I use everything. I use my endo activator. Sometimes you cannot use the endo wave, and I've been using endo activator all the time. And that's a little handpiece that you're gonna see the dentist introducing with a liquid inside the canal. Anyhow, this is more technical, but you have a cement. We place this cement inside the tooth, little by little. It's like Portland cement. So Portland cement, literally for construction, Dr. Tora Vinajab did an amazing way to clean up this composition to be used at the mouth. He did many experiments, and we are very similar, believe it or not, to the monkeys and the genetic test, and now it's an amount of root resorption scientific articles published, because I'm not too much into publishing, although I have so many cases that I will publish, but I like more to tell my public, my friends, please be careful and know that when you have a trauma like this, you may end up having resorption. So what do you do after that? You have an endodontic treatment. After 14 days of the accident, I went even 30 with my mom. And after that, try to be sure the tooth is in a good condition. So this is my experiment I do. This is boring. I don't want you to go over to this, but there are mechanical ways that you see how the cells, and I'm gonna leave you with this video. This is an amazing way that you actually see the video with how the cells go in the body. This is our bone, and it's amazing to see the vascular system. It gets irritated, but I'm not gonna get you bored. I found this from the company, and it describes how the cells move. This is how they communicate. That's what I was so happy to be able to work in my PhD for 6 years and do experiments and understand how the cells communicate. So whatever is happening outside, it's a mess inside. Go to your dentist right away when you have a trauma. They do this out, put it back. And I will present in the next episode, how do we fix a person that fall down and now fracture the teeth. Thank you. I leave you with this message. Brush, floss before you go to sleep. Subscribe to my channel if you like this episode, and put a like for us. Instagram, TikTok. I love you, and I see you soon.